Prabhupada kept his hand on the jar. He called the boy. Prabhupada said, I'm going to ask you a question. If you answer correctly, so you kept your hand on the jar. The boy got the message. Prabhupada asked him, who is God? The boy said, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. So Prabhupada looked at the Vedic scholars. Iskcon, when a small child knows the essence of pictures. And you guys have spent so much time figuring out the essence. So Prabhupada believed, backward there was an Indian gentleman. And Prabhupada said, Iskcon mein bachcha bhi janta hai. Who is Krishna? So basically, and then the scholars started looking at each other. And the scholars said, but the boy really doesn't know how Krishna is God. Prabhupada instantly replied, that even Krishna doesn't know. Why is God? So it is true that Krishna himself doesn't understand his greatness. And that is one of the primary reasons why God descends to this world as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just to understand his own greatness. And to understand what does my devotees feel when they glorify me, when they talk about me, when they chant my holy name. What do they really feel? I want to understand that. This is God. Now this is totally contradicting some of the shlokas or some of the words of the Vedic scriptures. That Krishna says, Ram Sarvasya Prabhu, I am the cause of everything. But yet, he doesn't know one thing, the greatness of his own devotees. So he comes to this world as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to experience that. To experience his glory. Now, in essence, Srimad Bhagavatam explains. So basically what I am speaking in the few minutes, I try to speak about the effects of the holy name. What does this holy name does to our consciousness and our mind when we chant? So Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami explains what happens to somebody who chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantha. Sukadeva Goswami explains Samshuddhi means perfect purification. One achieves perfect purification when you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantha. That is the first effect. And Srila Prabhupada explains that the mind, when we come to this world, we get a mind. And this mind is compared to a blank check. If I give you a blank check, most of the time we only heard about blank check. This is not given as a blank check. But say for example, somebody comes and gives you a blank check. What would you do? What will you do? Just throw it. You will try to fill in as big, the space that is there, you try to fill in as big amount as possible. Right? So Prabhupada compares his mind to a blank check. But what happens is, we put 25 cents. Instead of putting a big amount, we put in 25 cents. And what is this 25 cents? Bhagavad explains, Krishna explains that sense gratification or the desire for sense enjoyment that we flood our mind with is compared to the 25 cents. But Krishna says, but populating or filling the mind with thoughts of Krishna, that is compared to filling a check, a blank check with millions of dollars. Now those of us who have no taste for spiritual activities, you see what is this guy talking about? So, there is a story in Ramayana. There is a story in Ramayana when Ravana kidnapped Sita and took her to Lanka. So he tried, he made many attempts to enjoy her, but he couldn't. So one day he was very frustrated and he approached his brother Kumbhakara for advice. Okay, demon, brother demon for advice. So Kumbhakara, luckily that day he was up. He usually sleep for 6 months. So that day he was up. He went to his brother. He said, "My dear brother, I'm having this problem. Sita is not trying hard to enjoy, but I'm not getting response from her." So Kumbhakara looked at his brother and said, "My dear brother, it's very easy. You have mystical powers. Just transform your form to Ram. Just transform your form to Ram by mystical power. And there you go. And Sita will think that you are Ram, and she will enjoy it. Ram looked at Kumbhakara and said, "My dear Kumbhakara, do you think I'm that dumb? There are no mystical powers." The problem is that when you want to take somebody's form, you have to think about that form and you have to chant the name of that person whom you want to become. So every time I am chanting the name of Ram, I have to change my form to Ram, Sita appears mother to me. So it is useless. That's why we said, where there is Ram, there is no Kam. And where there is Kam, there is no Ram. So the heart, the lust that we have in the heart can be uprooted just by calling the name of Shiva. That is the power of Ram's name. That is why Sukadeva Goswami says, Sam Shuddhi. Perfect purification is achieved by chanting the holy name. And Srila Prabhupada explains how to derive maximum benefit from chanting. Now many of us are chanting, and sometimes chanting becomes a big struggle. So why not take up the beat? Early morning when we take up the beat to chant, or when we are in the kirtan sometimes we space out. So Srila Prabhupada explains the way to derive maximum benefit from chanting is to develop a heart filled with humility. Because the chanting is like the seeds we are sowing in the soil of humility. So humility comes from a big word humus. Humus refers to soil in Greek. So if you want to develop, if you want to get maximum benefit from the chanting, you have to develop humility. There is a story in Purana that one time there was a Brahman. This Brahman was very proud because he was very regulated in chanting the holy names in his doing his sadhanas. Especially for Brahmanas, there are certain days, during the day you have to chant certain number of Gayatri rounds that you have to chant at a certain time. So this Brahmana was very proud because he was every day, he used to be so pakka, he used to chant at a certain time. So one day what happened, he fell asleep. He fell asleep and it was noon time. It was time for him to chant his Gayatri. So he was fast asleep. So a Brahmana approached him. The Brahmana came and woke him up. He said, "My dear sir, wake up. It's noon time. You're supposed to chant your Gayatri." And he woke up and he was and he chanted his Gayatri. And then after Gayatri was done, he asked him, "Who are you, my dear friend?" He said, "I am Kali personified." So you are Kali and you woke me up to do my spiritual activities? What's wrong with you? Are you not wrong? You are something? So Kali said, "No. If you have missed your regulation today, because you missed the regulation today, you would have become very humble. And in that humility, you would have made great spiritual progress. So my job is to make you as proud as you can be. Now since I woke you up, you feel very proud of it. Today I have missed it. स्वपनम हेन नाम ये बाबा वैकुंठ नाम गणनम अशेष अभ धर्म सांकेत्यम variasya just neglectfully even jokingly if you chant the holy name has the power to destroy all sins. When Srila Prabhupada established his movement in Bombay, especially he had hard struggle to build the Jew temple. Some of you have read this book from Vice President Giriraj Maharaj and the struggles that devotees had to go through to build this temple. And during that time, there was a famous movie that came out, Hare Krishna Hare Rama. And in that movie there was a famous song, Jayana will sing. Some of you get it. So, most of us got introduced to Hare Krishna by that song, especially those who are from India. The song was very popular. So this song, these devotees used to go Harinam party, and these people used to ridicule by this song. So it was very disturbing to some devotees. So one time, his Holiness Giriraj Maharaj was in Chennai, and he heard this song. He said, "What? It's a popular song. You know, there is Hare Krishna Hare Rama in that song." So he approached a local guy in Chennai. He said, "Can you tell me what is this song about? What are they saying? This Dhamma, what is that?" So this local guy, he also didn't understand the language. So he asked, he said, "Oh, you know this song, basically what this song means is, you just go and chant Hare Krishna and you become free from all misery." So Giriraj Maharaj was like, "Oh, this is great preaching." The movie and the song is doing amazing preaching. So he actually went to a movie theater, purchased a ticket and sat in the movie. Just to see, because he wanted to report to Prabhupada. There was such glorious preaching happening by his country. So first scene came, there was devotees chanting, he was very happy. And the second scene was pretty disturbing, so he came out. And then he came to Prabhupada, he said, "Prabhupada, we are trying so hard to preach the glory of the holy name. We are going out and doing Sankirtan. But look what people are doing. They are making all this movie, they are making all this song, and it's so discouraging, Srila Prabhupada." So Prabhupada looked at him and said, "Don't worry. You know, how long they are going to continue doing Dhamma?" In the end, there will be Hare Krishna Hare Rama. There was an Indian gentleman nearby, so Prabhupada looked at him and said, "Dhamma margam dham ho jayega." So it is just like smoking and smoking, they will die. Ultimately what will remain is the holy name, Hare Krishna Hare Rama. So that's how Prabhupada encouraged the devotees. Parihasyam, jokingly. There used to be a devotee, and he later on became a brahmachari. So when he was working, there was a person. Every morning he used to see this devotee, he used to greet him by Jai Shri Ram. In India is very popular. So this Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. So this devotee one day looked at him and this guy looked at him. I am a Hare Krishna, but I don't say Hare Krishna. So this guy is saying Jai Shri Ram. So he approached him. He said, "Here, you want to know more about now? Take this book." So this person thought, "No. I'm just saying Jai Shri Ram, I'm not interested in the book." "No, you may not be interested, but I'm interested. Take the book." So he gave the book. And he made him chant. And just after a few months, this person became a full-time brahmachari in our temple in Bombay. Until today, he is thinking that one joke I made that day, it has become very costly for me. I have tried to come with it. Just joking, you'll see the effect. Prabhupada explained that Krishna's threefold bending form is like a hook. So no matter where you are, who you are, Krishna's name will capture you. His Holiness Balaram Maharaj, he explains how he became a devotee. Very interesting. So before he became a sannyasi, he was a grahastha, and his wife became a great. She was very attracted to this philosopher Jatu Krishnamurti. He is from India. So she was very attracted to him. So she had a dog. So she named this dog Jatu Krishnamurti. And very We sent husband, go look for the dog. So here he goes in the street calling Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. This was the street of Amsterdam. And there was a dinner party going on. And one of our brahmachari who distributed is going here and there, and suddenly from the dark alley he sees one guy calling Krishna, Krishna. We thought for a minute, my God, Krishna is advanced devotee. Right in the dark alley, he is chanting the names of Krishna, so he ran towards him. He almost offered obeisance to him. He said, you seem to be a great devotee. He said, who are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for Krishna. You're looking for Krishna? So he got into the temple in Amsterdam. He said, here is Krishna. Here is Krishna. He said, I'm not looking for this Krishna. I'm looking for a dog. Doesn't matter, sit here. So here is the book, here is the japa bag, and chant Hare Krishna. And just by neglectfully chanting Krishna's name. Today he is an active sannyasi in our movement. He's going to say, and sometimes musically, and we chant the names of the Lord. Prabhupada explained that this holy name is like the master key. See, in the Vedic tradition, you have to chant certain mantras to get certain benefits. They are about different keys. Right? So, Prabhupada says this holy name, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is like the master key that can open any law. That can give you all the benefit. That is Sarvabhava Prabhava. And one time, from the story, in San Francisco, devotees were doing Harinam. And then there was a vegetable seller. He used to hate his Harinam. So he used to specifically every day during his meditation was to gather some rotten tomatoes and keep it with him. And every time the devotee used to go chanting on the streets, he used to give the tomatoes and throw it. Because he was so disturbed by this chanting. He didn't like this chanting. So one time the devotee took so much compassion. And he ran to the store and he screamed loudly the holy name and gave him some prasad. He got into trouble, doesn't matter. So this continued for a few weeks. When the devotee persisted, he used to go loudly chant the holy name in front of him, give him some prasad and but after some time, few weeks passed, he was no longer throwing tomatoes. He was just busy, having a smile on his face and observing the Daina party going on. And after 6 months, when there was Rath Yatra in San Francisco, this vegetable seller, he sponsored all the tomatoes of the feast. Not rotten. Respectfully, hearing the holy name. Vrindavan Prabhu in Chaitanya Bhagavat explains that in the previous verse when there is to be fire sacrifice performed, the flames of this fire sacrifice used to go to the heavens and the demigods used to get benefited by it. They used to take the offerings. So in the age of Kali, Vrindavan Prabhu explains that when the devotees raise their arms high, everybody raise their arms. And they call out, Hare Krishna! They will keep looking at you. That is why it is very important. When the chanting is going on, you have to raise your arms. So you should be very double benefit. Not that you are looking for benefit from demigods, but demigods will give you blessings. This is the power of and then Sukadeva Goswami explains the effect of the holy name. Sarva Sthiti Prasad. That no matter what situation you are in, you will get the benefit of chanting the holy name. So the conversation between Haridas Thakur and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is an example, it is explained that Haridas Thakur is glorifying the holy name. So no matter what situation you are in, you will still get the benefit. And Haridas Thakur explains the story from the about this a Yavana. He was being chased by a wild boar. And how, in a very unbelievable state he was in, he jumped off a cliff calling Haram. Haram is like, a very tall word, a bad word, because the boar was chasing him. But the Lord didn't see anything. The Lord just said, chanting, Ram, Ram. And he got delivered. In fact, when he fell from the cliff, there was a guy meditating in the cave. And he was doing tapasya for many, many years. And he saw this. So what's wrong? So all of a sudden, I'm sitting in this cave for 10,000 years meditating. And this guy, he's not even clean, he's going to Vaikuntha. So he called. He summoned Yamaraj. What's wrong? Something is wrong with your management here. This guy is so unbelieving and he goes back to Vaikuntha. What's wrong? He said, I don't know anything about this. You should ask this to Brahma. Then he goes to Brahma. Brahma said, I don't know this guy. You should ask Narada. So Narada explains him that he didn't call out Brahma because the Lord only saw this person out of desperate situation he called his name. Because Ha is a material word. But Ram is spiritual. So the Lord saw that here is a person who is looking out for mercy and good people. Sarva, Sthiti, Pradhana. And then I just want to quote another story from Narasimha Puran. One time there was a Brahmana. He was a pure soul who was performing his sadhana very nicely, strictly. So one time he was in a small river. And he was doing his Gayatri. He was chanting the holy name. And just at that time, by the lake or by the river, there was a ferocious tiger passing by. This is a real story, by the way, so that you don't think that I'm making up stories. The story is from Puranas. So the tiger was passing by, and the tiger saw, oh, it is an afternoon lunch in the river. And while this was going on, there was a hunter sitting on the tree. And he is looking, oh, here is my meat. So this Brahman was sitting there meditating and chanting the holy name. And the tiger took an opportune moment and was just about to pounce or jump on this Brahman. Just then the hunter shot the arrow. And this Brahman suddenly noticed something was going on. He opened his eyes and he saw this tiger coming towards him. He loudly started screaming, Hari, Hari, Hari! And the arrow came a shot of the tiger. And in front of his eyes, the tiger saw that the Brahman told the tiger. This is again quoted by Haridas Thakur, Mahacharya. He is quoting this Sarva, Sthiti, Pradhana. No matter what situation you are in, because you heard the holy name, you will be delivered. That is why Prabhupada gave so much emphasis to Harinam, especially going out and chanting the holy name. Balaram Prabhu, in his book, he explains that one time devotees were chanting in London outside the stock exchange. Harinam was going on outside the stock exchange. So next day on the newspaper, there was headline, Hare Krishna chanting outside London Stock Exchange. Only Krishna knows what will happen to the London economy. And they came and presented this headline to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was so pleased. Prabhupada blessed Prabhupada said we should go and chant and distribute this holy name to every corner of the world. So that is what Srila Prabhupada came to do. So Srila Prabhupada has set up this society. Srila Prabhupada set up the Iskcon. So people all get benefited from these stories that you mentioned. This is for somebody who is not sincerely chanting every day. Just by accident, by joke, he hears the name of Krishna and there it is. But for people like us who are sincerely interested in chant, can you imagine the benefit one we can derive? So the benefit is far more. So, Gaur Purnima festival, which you are going to celebrate on Thursday, this festival is basically somehow or the other connect with the holy name. And Mahaprabhu, we will hear on that day the reasons why Mahaprabhu comes. And one of the primary reasons, of the many reasons that he came to give us Krishna name. He came to give us the holy name. So we have to embrace that. And Srila Prabhupada explained that most of us, those who want to chant the holy name, there is a ulterior motive, and sometimes the motive is to become one with God. And chanting the holy name, we can become one with God. But our intention is to serve. The reason we have this material world is because we have the propensity to enjoy. And in this shloka that we just read today from Srimad Bhagavatam, the other processes of atonement doesn't have the full benefit. Like if you take a box of ink or asafetida, if you take the ink out, the box will still smell. Unless you put in something very powerful, the smell will not be ready. So all the other atonement process that have been prescribed by the scriptures it will not completely purify our heart. Only the process of chanting the holy name will give us complete purification. And that is what Mahaprabhu came to give us. And that is why when we come together and we chant, we have to be fully absorbed. Again, whether you are absorbed or not, it will have effect. So what we talk about somebody who is fully absorbed in the holy name. Especially when Balaram Prabhu chants, when we will be chanting in about an hour, we will see the effect. What happens? It's the holy name. If Mahaprabhu giving us this chant, we get unified in spirit. So we don't want to become one with the Lord. There was this disciple of Shankaracharya, Padmabal. His yesterday was Narsinga. And he was chanting every day with this mood and with this mind that I want to become one with Lord Narsinga. So one day he told him to blessing from his spiritual master and he went to the forest and he sat there and he was calling out for Narsinga, Narsinga, Narsinga. And Lord Narsinga was not manifesting because his mood was not right. He wanted to become God, he wanted to become one with God. So while he was chanting the holy name of Narsinga, there was a hunter Narsinga. The hunter was passing by and looked at this. Oh, you seem to be very pious soul. You seem to be a great sannyasi. How can I serve you? What are you doing in the forest? So this Padmabal, he couldn't understand. How can I explain this guy? He has no idea about this God and everything. How can I explain what does it mean? So he told him, I am looking for an animal. He said, okay, no. Animal, I am a hunter. You do not take that trouble. You be here, I will pick the animal for you. Please tell me. Then this Padmabal looked at him and said, how will I explain it? He said, oh, this animal is very unique. He is half man, half lion. The hunter looked at him and said, my father was a hunter, my grandfather was a hunter, my great grandfather was a hunter. We never heard about such animal. Are you sure this animal exists in this forest? He said, yes. But don't worry, you will not understand. You can go, carry on the business. So when he went, he said, don't worry, I will bring this animal for you. And if I don't, then I will hang myself. So with great determination he went to the forest and he was calling out Narsinga, 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 everywhere he was going Narsinga. And his son was about to shed. So he took a rope, put on the tree, and he was about to hang himself. Just at that moment, we saw Narsinga half man, half lion. So for this hunter looked at him, he said, where are you? All day I was searching for you. When you appear right now, just before I was supposed to have 40 minutes of 100 days, I would have been died, I would have been dead. So he came down, he took the rope and put on Narsinga's neck. He said, come, there is a great devotee, I want to serve him, and he has been looking for you. So he said, come. So he took Narsinga, with humility, he came to the hunter. He took to and he came to the front of Padmabal. He said, the hunter said, here is your half man, half lion. See, I told you, I promised you. But Padmabal couldn't see him. The Lord would not manifest him because his desire was not to serve. Now, what I wonder, why did the Lord appear to the hunter? He was not a devotee. devotee. He was not chanting every day. But he had this one desire. And what was his desire? His desire was to serve. His desire was to serve the Lord and Lord. And just because of that one desire, with determination he was chanting Narsinga, Narsinga, Narsinga. Then the Lord appeared. That is the desire we need to have. And that desire comes by the mercy of Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu represents. That's what Mahaprabhu has come to give all of us. So on the day of Gaur Purnima, our meditation should be how we can get attracted or get taste to chanting the holy name. So on this day, we have to meditate and we have to pray for mercy. And as Srila Prabhupada explains, taste doesn't just come easily. For developing that taste for the holy name, we have to be humble. And when we chant the holy name with humility, that's when the holy name will manifest. And on the day of Gaur Purnima, that is what we have to pray. We have been already given a gift, the gift of the holy name. In order for us to contain that gift in our heart, we beg with a humble heart in front of God and God's representative. And there are so many services there. We can remember the story. The service attitude is what will give us the taste for the holy name. As long as we have a service attitude, the taste will give us. So on the day of Gaur Purnima, we should pray. Come with your heart filled with the service attitude. There are 100 service temples. It's not like they are looking for service. Like I'm sure Balaram Prabhu was there on that day. How do you manage? There are so many services. Please go and see him. He will give so many services are there on that day. Just so that the Lord will look at us. Here is the devotee serving me. Then the holy name will manifest in our heart. And there was the holy name manifest in our heart. Some will become very perfect. Like all the dirt that has been accumulated from so many lifetimes. That is the perfection of love. So these are all the effects of chanting the holy name. We can go on. That is all your time. So I'll end here. I thank you all for your patience and tolerance. I hope you all come with a very joyful and enthusiastic heart to celebrate Gaur Purnima on Thursday.